Filipe Toledo is definitely the one to beat out here. You know, we've been sort of keeping an eye on this wave. We're sort of staying further down the beach, and he's been one of the only guys really over the last few days to be actually warming up down there. So maybe he had a little bit of insight on what was going to happen. Take nothing away from Kanoa Igarashi. Amazing above the lip stuff from him as well. He was out there yesterday afternoon, absolutely lighting it up. But you cannot underestimate Ian Gouveia.
Way to start it with a bang. Here goes Kanoa Igarashi. Freeing the tail, goes down. So just like that. So this is about, what, would you say, a quarter mile away from us? And we couldn't hear the horn, but it started like that. And within about 15 seconds, two surfers up and riding.
Just want to see the boys mix it up. They want to see a really healthy mix of both power and innovation.
And we're on. And just like that, the call has been made. We're going to start with Filipe Toledo. So there'll be some control over the lineup.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at Filipe Toledo's opening wave here. Beautiful jam into the lip, and again that beautiful lip. It's a different kind of wave. Let's have a look at this one.
Here we go. It is Toledo looking for the tube, and he gets munched on his takeoff. So 30 minutes on the heat, 3 surfers in the water. You're going to see a lot of waves ridden today. Of course, the judges are looking for, you know, all the elements to make up that complete wave. They want to see you going fast. They want to see powerful turns. They want to see you mixing up your maneuvers. They're so good, front side and backside, so it's going to come down to priority. And here we go. Ian Gouveia pulling in on his backhand, starting off with a tube, and he comes out. So there you called it, Potts. You said earlier there will be tubes, there will be ramps. So Gouveia starting with a tube. Wasn't a super clean exit, but got out nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we talk about the judging criteria for the day. As we said, Pratama sends out a message to every surfer, and let's have a look here. Beautiful tube stance there from Ian Gouveia, and sneaks out the end. So good positioning, good timing. Look at the conditions, absolutely perfect. Backdoors that section. A little bonus at the end there. Clipped on the head, but that's going to be the best score at the moment. The judges are looking for innovation and progressive maneuvers.
4:06 on the clock. Toledo now. Beautiful entry into that wave. It kind of spins off down him. So there you see the open face right there. That wave just kind of softens up on the shoulder. So these are our guinea pig surfers on the day. Round 1, heat 1 on the line. It's going to be Gouveia on his backhand. His first score came through a 5.5. So Toledo now with a 5.67, 3 waves ridden.
So that's our mission, really. And so far, so good. I mean, it's here we go.
All right, Toledo driving down the line, hunting the section. Gets around that crumble. Bam! Huge power gaff. Back foot slips on. And Igarashi now dragging that arm, stalling into a little frothy pit. A little bit caught behind. So all these surfers are just kind of feeling out the lineup right now. Gouveia, so far the only completed tube ride you saw right there. Igarashi just kind of mangled in that little whitewater section.
I think he's expecting a little bit of drift on that. The fins engaged a little bit too much. Kanoa Igarashi sliding into a tube there. And, well, to maximize the scoring potential on the back.
Drop under the lip, but he's got to give way to Gouveia, who has priority. Gouveia now attacking the lip. Backside hook. Gets around this section and has to go down. So, man, Toledo, what's that feel like? To look like you have the perfect line in the tube and you can't do anything about it because Gouveia had priority.
Want to really risk coming out of that for fear of an interference, and Gouveia not really capitalizing on that wave either. So maybe an opportunity missed there for Ian Gouveia, but knowing that if Toledo came out of that, it was going to be a big score.
And that's where we see kind of the paddle battle situation.
Yeah, the paddle battle situation. First one out the back gets our priority, but it's kind of gentleman's rules, really, when you look at it.
Gouveia staying busy. This is his 6th wave ridden up into the lip.
Ooh.
Elevator drop. Cannot hang on. It almost looked like he didn't want to hang on. That's where you break your board. Mess your ankles up. That was probably a wise call. I mean, this early in the heat with 17:30 to go. Looks like having a paddle. It's going to be Gouveia. Strong, goofy footer. Goes straight up in the lip. Finds some open face. Gouveia hunting this inside section. Goes vertical. Nice completion there. 2-turn combination for Ian Gouveia. And that'll definitely serve as his backup there. He's got a 5.5, trying to replace a 2.10. What's he thinking there, Potts? Making his way around. We'll see what happens with Gouveia. Igarashi now locking it in. Looks like our surfers in the lineup have decoded the takeoff zone, as Igarashi now on his 3rd turn.
Unfortunately, he didn't quite pull that one off. Kanoa Igarashi just trying to get a good score on the board. Beautiful opening maneuver from him. Nice, clean, deep bottom turn. Combination of major turns, and that's exactly what the judges want to see. It's going to be Kanoa's wave to get himself back.
And right behind them, 1, 2, 3 punch. Toledo now hunting the ramp, getting the speed, goes to the air, nearly getting the completion. Love the approach.
Wow.
Takeoff was there, landing comes unstuck. So Toledo, that's what we expect to see.
Heat, you go straight through to round number 3. If you don't, you've got another shot. Let's have a look at Filipe Toledo. Slows himself down. Beautiful tube ride. Comes out nice and clean. And then, when you see him widen his stance, Chris, that's what you know he's going to telegraph. Is up on the other side. I think a little bit of a different approach, but here for sure.
All right, looking good here for Kanoa Igarashi. Streaking down the line, up into the lip. A massive floater for Igarashi. And that trick name, floater, it sounds benign. It sounds so friendly, but a floater like that is one of the more critical things you can do in all of surfing. There is no control while you're in the air.
But this is Kanoa Igarashi here. This is a critical turn. As he flies down the bottom there, a lot can go wrong. If your back foot slips off, you do the splits. There goes the hamstring, there goes your ankles.
So that's where the upsets happen. That's where you're sent home early, and you've got a lot of time to think about your mistakes.
Yep.
If you get into that second round. So you got to bypass that deadly second round, and this guy wants to do just that every time. Toledo, 2 big whipping snaps, gets to that inside section.
Wow.
So that was a 1, 2, 3 punch from Toledo. He likes it. I think the judge is going to react in kind with him kind of checking off everything that they have laid out in that criteria.
Well, that was 3 solid maneuvers there. Showed commitment on each occasion. Reduced those turns in the critical section of the wave. Good solid set wave as well. One of the bigger ones of the morning. Right there. Filipe Toledo is renowned for his aerial antics, but I think his rail game is he's underestimated. This kid's getting bigger and stronger. He's still young. He's still growing. He's still working this game out. And that bottom turn, top turn combo, as good as it gets in my eyes.
Toledo and Gouveia both getting involved. Here's a look at Gouveia.
Oh, in Gouveia, the backside tube ride. Look at this thing here. How did he come out of that? That was some solid stuff.
Brute force.
Brute force, right? And I think on the backhand too, maybe a little bit easier. Not easier, but you've got that extra point of contact where you grab the rail, so it's giving you that sort of tripod effect where instead of on your front side, you only got your feet that are connected to it.
The biggest score of the day so far, and this is where we will see an error. Toledo now getting down the line, bam, almost like a front side ollie, reverts it out. No need for a lip for Toledo. Sometimes he can just pop those things out of nowhere.
Set the scale for the rest of the day.
Here's a replay at Toledo's last wave.
You talk about he doesn't really need a lip, does he? That thing was flat. It was full of foam and white water, and Toledo just got that pop.
Igarashi with 13 seconds to go. Late hit. Completes his wave, but most likely that'll be just enough to keep him in second place.
Pop in his step there. Right behind him, you can see Kanoa Igarashi, contrasting styles. Kanoa nice and smooth. Just not enough to get him into that first spot, though. So Toledo looking like the man to beat so far today.
It looked like Kanoa had intent. You saw him coiling up. So with the win, it is Filipe Toledo. No surprise there. Igarashi and Gouveia will move on.